This is Jeopardy! Here are today's contestants. Player 1, Player 2, Player 3. And now, here is the host of Jeopardy, Alex Trebek.
Thank you, Johnny. Hi, everyone. Good luck. Let's start the Jeopardy round. The categories for the Jeopardy round are: this means war, name that planet, I want to be, compound words, literature, and TV shows that bombed. Okay, let's get back into this. Player 1, you make the next selection as we continue. You can point the Wii remote at the screen and press the A button to select a clue. Whitman's When Lilacs Last in the Dooryard Bloomed was an elegy to him. Okay, Player 3. Correct. Player 3, back to you. The ban on this D.H. Lawrence book was lifted in 1959 in the United States. Let's hear it, Player 1. Use the Wii remote or press the corresponding direction on the plus control. Good. Please pick again, Player 1. Federico Garcia Lorca wrote a famous one of these for the death of a bullfighter. It's Player 3. That's correct. Player 3, you pick again, please. Polonius tells this character, "This above all, to thine own self be true." Yes, Player 3. Correct. Player 3, pick again. This woman was the subject of Petrarch's Canzoniere. Here's the response we were looking for. Laura. Player 3, back to you for our next selection. Christian Huygens wrote about this planet's rings back in 1659. It's Player 1. Yeah! That's right. Way to go. You get to pick again, Player 1. Answer: the Daily Double. You are currently in second place. You need to select your wager. The clue: the great red spot on this planet is actually a giant storm. That's it. You again, Player 1. A year on this planet is 88 days long. Let's hear it, Player 1. Ah, good. We return to you, Player 1. In the wake of a recent demotion, this is now the outermost planet. Player 1. Good. Choose again, Player 1. This future state declared its independence in 1836 during a war with Mexico. Okay, Player 1. Yes! Please pick again, Player 1. Lasting from 1957 to this year, the Vietnam War is the longest in which the United States has taken part. Yes, Player 1. Right you are. We return to you, Player 1. The 100 Years' War, 1337 to 1453, was fought between England and this country. It's Player 1. Yes. Choose again, Player 1. This series, Peter Petrelli had visions that he would cause a nuclear holocaust in New York City. Yes, player 3. That's correct. Player 3, pick again. During the Revolutionary War, volunteers ready to fight with 60 seconds notice were called these. Player 1? That is correct. You again, player 1. In this U.S. war, it was the Yanks versus the Confederates. Okay, player 1. Yes. Player 1, you pick again. Instrument-laden rovers landed on this planet in 2004. Let's hear it, player 1. You are correct. Player 1, back to you for our next selection. In a 1977 episode of this sitcom, Detective Diedrich notes that a student's physics project is a functional nuke. Yes, player 1. Good for you. You get to pick again, player 1. The nuclear blast that caused chaos in Jericho, Kansas was detonated in this state capital to the west. It's player 1. Hey, you're right. Select again. Here's Kelly. She'll show you.
In an episode of this classic 60s series, bookworm Henry Bemis survives a nuclear war and finds a library, but then breaks his glasses.
Player 1? Right. Player 1, back to you. In a 2007 episode of this series, a terrorist detonated a low-yield suitcase nuke in Valencia, California. Okay, player 2. Right. Player 2, you pick again, please. One of these dancers, so I'm practicing my arabesques and pirouettes so I can perform with the Kirov. Let's hear it, player 1.
Yeah!
Yep. Please pick again, player 1. One of these, and deal with the health problems of vicunas, pintos, and Great Danes. Player 1? Right. You get to pick again, like Martin Luther King and the Dalai Lama, and be honored with this humanitarian prize given in Oslo. Okay, player 2. You got it.
Yeah!
Player 2, pick again. One of these, from the Greek for star sailor, like John Glenn or Buzz Aldrin. Yes, player 1. Right. Choose again, player 1. This, from the Greek for straight, and make some big bucks correcting crooked teeth with braces. Let's hear it, player 2. Good. We return to you, player 2. This aromatic herb of the genus Nepeta will drive your feline crazy. It's player 1.
Yeah!
That is correct. You again, player 1. In days of yore, women sometimes rode in this style, meaning both feet on the same flank of the horse. Let's hear it, player 2. Good for you. Player 2, back to you. Swallowtail, viceroy, and monarch are types of this insect. Yes, player 1. That's correct. Select again. If you've gone this, you might have said something extreme or fallen from the Queen Mary. It's player one. You got it. And we'll wrap up the board with this clue. Looking for a needle in one of these is a metaphor for an impossible search. Okay, player one. Right. Player three, you're going first in the Double Jeopardy round when we return. We start the Double Jeopardy categories with this one: Divide and Conquer, Books and Authors, Countries by Newspaper, Country Music, Language Lab, and New York, New York. Player three, you're in last place, which means you get to select first in Double Jeopardy. Completed in 1931, this structure required 10 million bricks. A true stairmaster would climb its 1,860 steps. Player one? Yeah, good. Player one, back to you for our next selection. Haaretz, Yediot Achronot. Let's hear it, player two. Sorry. Anyone else care to try to come up with a correct response? Okay, player three. No, that's not right. Anyone else want to hazard a guess on this? Yes, player one. You are correct. Player one, you pick again, please. Answer, the first of the two daily doubles. And you have the lead. How much are you going to wager, player one? Here is your daily double clue. The Cape Times, the Volksblad. Congratulations, you're still in first, player one. Player one, back to you. In French, Hier Henri m'aimait, yesterday Henry loved me, is an example of this flawed past tense. Player one?
Yeah.
That is correct. You get to pick again, player one. The Pinyin system for writing this language in the English alphabet was officially adopted January 1st, 1979. It's player one. No, that's not right. Anyone else? Here's the correct response. Chinese. Player one, back to you for our next selection. Negative 72 divided by negative 9 equals this. Okay, player one.
Yeah.
Yes. Select again. Answer, the second daily double. You are in first place. What are you going to wager? Answer this. 1,252 divided by 4 equals this. That puts you even further ahead. We return to you, player one. It's 27 divided by 3. Yes, player one.
Yeah.
Right. Player one, pick again. The Brunswicken the Edmonton Examiner. Let's hear it, player one. Good. Choose again, player one. Douglas Hyde, also known as Ancrethan Ethan, fought to preserve this language and founded a league of the same name. It's player three. That's correct. Please pick again, player three. Most languages of Western Europe get their words for read and write from this language's leggere and scribere. Player one? Right you are. You again, player one. In 1754, King's College was founded in New York City. Today it's known as this Ivy League university. Let's hear it, player one. That's it. Choose again, player one. Hochdeutsch is the modern standard form of this language. Okay, player one. Correct. You get to pick again, player one. This Dolly Parton song topped CMT's list of the 100 greatest love songs of country music. Yes, player two.
Yeah!
Correct. You again, player two. At his wedding reception in 2006, he serenaded bride Nicole Kidman with the song Making Memories of Us. It's player three. Hey, you're right. We return to you, player three. On winning top female vocalist at the 2007 Academy of Country Music Awards, she thanked God, her fans, and American Idol. Player one? Yes. Please pick again, player one. Forget about it. Now a borough, it was incorporated as a village in 1816 with roughly 4,000 residents. It's player one. Yes. Select again. In 1776, after the Battle of this area, the British retook New York City and held the city until the war's end in 1783. Let's hear it, player two.
Yeah!
That's right, way to go. Player two, pick again. In 1765, Congress met in New York to protest unfair taxes levied under this act. Yes, player one. Yep. Player one, you pick again, please. 121 divided by 11 equals this. Okay, player one. You are correct. Player one, back to you for our next. 252 divided by 4 equals this. Player one. That is correct. Player one, back to you. His first #1 country hit and first top 40 pop hit was 1975's Blue Eyes Crying in the Rain. It's player three. Yes. Player three, pick again. It's never too early for happy hour in It's 5 o'clock somewhere, a hit for Alan Jackson and him. Let's hear it. Player 2. Right. Choose again. Player 2. In 2003, Mitch Albom had a #1 bestseller with The 5 People You Meet in Here. Player 2.
Yeah!
Good. You get to pick again, Player 2. In 1947, he published his first story collection, Dark Carnival. Fahrenheit 451 came 6 years later. Yes, Player 3. That's correct. You again, Player 3. In Willa Cather's O Pioneers, the heroine, Alexandra Bergson, is of immigrant stock from this country. Okay, Player 3. Good for you. Player 3, back to you for our next selection. In 2007, his book, The Road, earned him a Pulitzer Prize and entry into Oprah's book club. Let's hear it. Player 2.
Woo!
Right. Player 2, back to you. James Michener's Centennial centers on a fictional town in this state. Player 1. Right. Player 1, you pick again, please. El Sol de Tehuacan, the Acapulco Times. It's Player 1. Yes.
Hey!
And the last clue for $2,000. The Daily Punjab, the Balochistan Post. Okay, Player 1. That's correct. You all move on to Final Jeopardy, which will continue after these messages. Final Jeopardy still to come, and here's the category. Children's Lit. So, what's your wager? Each direction on the plus control pad represents a different response. Press a direction to select an answer. Now it's time for the Final Jeopardy clue, and here it is. This Roald Dahl book begins, "These two very old people are the father and mother of Mr. Bucket." What did you put as your response? How much do you add to your total with that correct response? And your response? And that correct response will add... Let's see your response. And this correct response will add how much to your score? You've come out ahead as our champion, Player 1. Thanks for playing. We'll see you next time.